Okay, guys, I just jumped onto IXL and this is the first one that popped up. This is on I8. So I'm going to do this one by substitution. I just want to show you an example or maybe two to see um, what you guys are seeing and maybe how you would approach it. So we ultimately need to find X, Y, and Z. Usually they'll tell us one, and so we can start off with something to go on. And in this case, it's the Y equals 1. So now I know that. And then by the name, I substitute that into the other problems. So if I take the top equation, negative 3x minus 3, and then I substitute in the 1 for y, plus 2z equals 7, this becomes negative 3x. This is going to be a minus 3 plus 2z equals 7. I'm going to move this 3 or negative 3 over to the other side through addition. I don't know why this isn't staying very clear. I apologize for that. So negative 3x plus 2z equals 10. So I'm stuck because I don't know anything else. But now I have an equation with one less variable. So then let's take the bottom equation. Negative x minus 2, plug in the y value of 1 that I know, plus z equals 0. All right, so that turns into this. That's a 2, and then plus z equals 0. I'm going to move that 2 over by addition. So now negative x plus z equals 2. So now I have two equations that are both in terms of x and z, and I'm supposed to be solving using substitution. So in order to do that, I'm going to try to get something alone. This one looks like a mess, so I'm going to pick one of these. And z looks really easy to get alone because all I have to do is add that x over to the other side. So now I know that z can be replaced with 2 plus x. So I go over here and I do exactly like the name says, and I substitute where there was a z in this equation, I put in a 2 plus x. Everything else stays the same, negative 3x, the 10. The only thing I did was replace or substitute for that z. So now I'm going to distribute the 2. So I get 4 plus 2x equals 10, and it only distributes to the things that are in the parentheses. These two are alike, so negative 3x plus 2x gives me a negative 1x. Then I can subtract that 4 to the other side and divide by a negative 1. So now I know that x is negative 6. So now I just have to find z, but the easiest place to find z is where I got z alone, because I know that z equals 2 plus x, and I just found that x is negative 6. So then z would equal 2 plus negative 6, so z is negative 4. So I think I have my answers, but it's IXL, so the last thing I want to do is put in the wrong answers. So if I wanted to, I could just grab my calculator, go back to the original problems. I'm going to take the top one, negative 3, and then I'm going to multiply by what I got for x, which is a negative 6, according to this. Then I'm going to go ahead and subtract 3 and multiply by the y that I had, which was a 1 over here. Then I'm going to add 2 and multiply by the z value that I had, which is a negative 4. So 2 times negative 4, and I'm getting 7. So I know for sure that's going to work. Then 1 is y, which they told me, so I know for sure that's right. And then in the bottom row, I'm going to take a negative because it says right there. And then I still have to take a negative 6 because it says to take the negative of x. So I'm taking the negative of negative 6. Then I'm going to subtract 2, multiply that by my y value, which is 1, and then add my z value, which is negative 4. And when I do that, I get 0, so that checks. So when I go to enter my answer into IXL, I don't have to risk losing that point because I already know that that's going to work. So that's just one example. I will come back and make another video of another substitution problem. And hopefully a couple of examples here and there will help you get your way through your homework more easily. See you later, guys. Bye.